Good morning. We are Friday, October the 7th. So I moved into the property 2 weeks ago, and just over the last couple of weeks just kind of created a little bit of a list of things that I need the builder to come back and take a look at. Nothing major, but the one thing that I wanted to talk about today, because it's a project that's almost finished, and it's something, it's not controversial, it's just something that a lot of people have their own opinions about. And I just kind of want to share with you exactly what I've done and why I've done it this way. So security here in the Dominican Republic is a thing. So you need to make sure that if you own a property or even are renting a property, that it's secure. And security here comes in many different forms. So you can actually hire a person, like a security guard, someone that's there during the day and possibly at night. We have, different kinds of fencing and walls, and they'll put like broken glass along the top of the wall or barbed wire. So we do have sort of perimeter type security. Then we have dogs. A lot of people are afraid of dogs, so usually having dogs on the property is a good deterrent. So that's another way. But another way is with iron bars. So iron bars, I know a lot of people sort of akin them to like being in jail, and that's an opinion. And I guess maybe when we look at what the alternative is, and the alternative is being robbed or worse, then I think for me, just this notion of being safe in my own home for me is a huge deal. And if that means that I have to close iron bars around my entire house in order for me to have that sense of security, then that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I'm offering my tenants as well. So I think in previous videos, you've seen the terrace for the apartments that I did. It's a second story apartment, so even though it's second story, it still needs to be absolutely secure. So I decided to secure, instead of the windows and doors of the apartment, I've secured the terrace surrounding it, which means that you can put stuff out on the terrace and everything is fine. So let me just share some of this iron work with you guys. So it's fairly extensive, but it's what was absolutely necessary in order to provide 100% security, meaning nobody can climb up here, no one can climb through, nobody can steal your stuff, nobody can get into the apartment when you're not here, or worse, when you are. So let me just turn this. So the first ironwork that I did on the terrace is just the perimeter ironwork. And you can see I've done one small feature where I've actually bowed it out here, and that's because we're going to put some beautiful hanging planters in through there. So you can see it just gives it a little bit of an architectural touch, but otherwise it's just plain ironwork, and it is made of iron. It's all painted wrought iron. So there is a dividing wall between the two apartments, and this just means that the terrace all the way around is secure. You're secure from your neighbor as well as from anybody on the outside. And a lot of times here in the Dominican Republic, we would actually put the ironwork on the actual windows and doors, but because I have it on the terrace, I don't need to put it on the windows and doors. So in order to secure this terrace, I also had to secure the stairs. So you can see that the terrace here, let me just zoom out slightly. So coming up the stairs, so this is the stairs here, so there actually will be more iron here so that no one can actually come up and enter through the stairwell. But when you get to the top of the stairs, you'll either have a gate here to enter into this apartment space, or a gate right there to go into that apartment space. There's a wall that encloses the entire stairwell. So once these walls have already been installed, once this wall is installed, then the stairwell itself will be totally secure. The other piece of this puzzle is a wall that's going to sit right here. So what that wall is going to do is actually separate the two commercial spaces downstairs. So that was important for the rental of those spaces in order to have a secure space. So just coming downstairs. So this side of the stairs will have the wall right here. So just coming down right along this whole thing, and this will be closed off. There won't be a gate here or anything. It'll be totally closed off. So that'll mean that this will be a totally enclosed terrace, and there's a door right there, and it'll belong to this little commercial kitchen, as well as the gardens that will be at the back and at the side. So that gives a covered terrace and gardens, three sides of the building, and a commercial kitchen, and it's secure. And if we come back over to the other side at the bottom, so it's going to be secure for the colmado out front. So it'll also be used by the tenants. So there'll be an additional secure space. And also in the corner here is all of the roughed-in plumbing for a bathroom. So again, I mean, we're always looking at ways to save money. And the bathroom for the colmado was on the wish list, and unfortunately right now I only had the money to do everything that was on my must-have list. So I still have a pretty long wish list, and I'm going to be focusing on those things over the next couple of months. But I just wanted to share this ironwork. So I want to also share the ironwork for the house, so let's go over there. Okay, so now I've come over to the house property. So here the ironwork is on the terrace. So I don't have to do ironwork on the two sets of patio doors that are on that side of the house, but every other door and window in the house has its own bars. So one of the things that I had to make sure, because those bars are permanent on this window, I have no access to this window from outside. So I needed to make sure that the windows you're able to remove them from the inside of the house and clean them and do any kind of repairs or anything. So again, you can see the entire terrace here. I've only put a small terrace on the house, but it's big enough for a dining room table and chairs. This end here, right at the end, because that's the end that overlooks the commercial building. So my goal is to get something planted in there, PDQ. We've got some beautiful vining flowers here, which is probably what I'm going to put in there, but I'm also going to put a tree right in the center. So I have several trees here that I've started, cherry trees and lemon trees, and I've got an avocado. So one of the cherries just went in the other day. They're beautiful little cherry tree. They're a Bermuda cherry, and then this is a lime. So she wasn't so happy the last couple of months. I'm hoping that she perks up. You can see all those other plants that I have to do. So just going back to ironwork. So still to install, so the garage will also be totally enclosed. There's an access door to the house from the garage right there. This door here goes into the house. So the last part of this puzzle is going to be putting this door into this space, and it's a rolling door. So, and you can see the other thing that I'm going to do, I've talked to the company that's doing the ironwork, is I'm going to put metal wrought iron, oh gosh, I just lost the word. The metal wrought iron awnings across the top of the door here, and these two windows, and this window, and the big master bedroom window at the front. It's going to help with the rain and with the sun, but also I think it's going to add a little bit of dimension to the house, because really the house is just a flat square. So I'm looking forward to seeing it having a little bit of dimension and shape. But anyway, that's my conversation about iron. Again, everyone here has their own perception of safety and their own perception of the level of security that you're looking for. The last couple of houses I've lived in have been secure with iron, and I can tell you those are the houses that I felt the safest in, because I know when I close my house up at night, it's going to take a hell of a lot for somebody to try and enter. I mean, a lot. And I just, with the dogs here and with the amount of ironwork that's here, I just don't think anyone would really bother. I mean, you know, knock on wood. But, you know, nothing is perfectly safe, but I would have to say that doing ironwork on all of the entry doors and windows of the house is definitely a good step in the right direction. But ironwork or not, love it or not, it's just a matter of personal safety. So peace out, everybody.